The next chapter is where things start to get weird, and we see Amy holding a picture of her and Sonic, but then Metal comes up and boops her on the nose, just like Sonic used to do. But Amy is not having any of that and immediately pulls out a blade in an attempt to protect herself and Tails. But before she can attack, Tails screams for her to stop, revealing that he's the one that actually fixed Metal up. And this is where we learn that not only does Metal think that he's Sonic, he actually speaks and sounds just like Sonic. And this isn't something that Tails programmed into him, but something that Metal is doing all on his own. And of course, this freaks out Amy even more. So much so that she sends a text out to the rest of the crew, telling them that she needs help now. And we all know that everybody in this crew is pretty fast, so they get to the base quick and burst through the door like bats out of hell, ready to beat Metal down. With Shadow actually being the one to lead the charge, grabbing Metal by the throat, obviously thinking that he was there to take out more of his friends. And while this is a tense moment, it's also kind of funny in a way, because since Metal thinks that he's Sonic, he's just super confused by the way all his friends are acting. But before things can get really out of control, we see that Tails yells for them all to stop and holds up the weapon he took from Eggman's base and aims it at Shadow. And seeing this, a small fight breaks out with Metal attacking Shadow and Knuckles before Tails gets in between everybody to stop the fight. And then we see Tails repeating the phrase "never again" over and over and over, meaning that he won't lose Sonic ever again. And then he tells Metal to run and that he'll find him later. And then to my surprise, Tails actually starts fighting against his friends, even going as far as using the ammunition from the pistol to start a small explosion. And in doing so, he gives Metal the time that he needed to get away. Luckily though, the fake Chaos energy was too weak to do any real damage to Shadow, only kind of giving him a bloody nose. And while most of the team is unsure what to do, Amy doesn't waste any time and is already grabbing her coat and getting ready to go save Tails, who she's believed has like fully lost his mind or has been manipulated by Metal. The next chapter shows the crew searching, but it does not go well with 28 days passing without them finding any trace of Metal or Tails. But we also get to see the perspective of Tails at this moment, and he has really gone over the edge at this point. He's seeing images of both Metal and Sonic, and he has basically made it his mission to keep Metal safe, stating they won't hurt you anymore. Something else that I find interesting is that Tails keeps running into Batniks that are deactivated, and we learn that Metal actually forced them all to shut down when he took out Eggman, which kind of makes sense because now he thinks he's Sonic and he's doing this probably to keep his friends safe.